Hey, it's John Siskovich with FoodCyclist Farm, and it's almost 8 o'clock on whatever day it is. I think it's Wednesday. And I just moved the chickens. As you can see now, I have 8 chicken tractors out here. I'm walking around a lot of poop. This is what it looks like after they've been, running through pasture. You can see I move them twice a day. You can kind of see the footprint of where they've been. These are the big whamma jammas, the first group. And with getting moved twice a day, the manure never builds up. These guys don't do that much. So they have plenty of space to walk around. There's a lot of bugs out here. Grass is doing just fine. There's only a few in that one. And then here's group number 2. You can see the size difference between the first one and the second one. And that first group is only a couple weeks out from processing. These guys really like to walk in their feed, which just aggravates me to no end. Then they scratch it and get it on the ground. And it's just kind of a waste. You can see they walk and scratch their feed. And as we go up the footprint, the next one, they've learned not to. And you don't see that anymore. I mean, you can see their doo-doo where they've been eating. They just sit there and eat and go to the bathroom. And if we walk back, you can see they scratch all their food onto the ground. So it's kind of a waste of food, but it's going back into the ground. The ground will absorb it. It'll decompose and go in with the fertilizer from the chickens and the fertilizer from the food. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock, the sun is setting. It was a hot and muggy day, but a good day. It was one of those days where I spent so much time running around doing errands and getting stuff done that at the end of the day, I have no idea what I did today. And it feels like I got nothing done. But I'm sure something good happened today. So that's it. Happy, healthy chickens. Getting right up to size. I've had a few questions about what are the buckets all about. You guys want to demonstrate for me? Or now that you're on camera, you don't want to? There you go. Oop, I spoke too soon. There it is. There's water that comes out every time they peck those. It's like a little hamster feeder. Or hamster waterer. And I just fill up the buckets every day with more water. And the birds drink it. I have less than a week, maybe not less than a week, a little more than a week, and I'll add 4 more tractors into this, and that'll be my capacity at any given time. Right now I have 240 birds out. My hand's starting to shake. Right now I have 240 birds out on pasture. My capacity out on pasture will be 360 with 120 in the brooder, gearing up, getting big enough so they can join out here. So if you can imagine 4 more right there. You can see the difference where the chickens have been and then the regular pasture. And then it extends all the way back there. And we'll walk around to the front just to say hello. And that's all the birds. Now, this stuff's all a little high right now. I go through every day, and before I move them, I have a hand weed whip, not a weed whacker, and I'll show you, that I cut it all down. The birds like 4 to 5 inches, plus all the cut grass gives them a little bit of food. I go through by hand with this, very non-mechanical, and trim it all down. And then they lay around and eat and be happy birds. So I think this video is long enough and I've talked enough nonsense. I'll see you next time. Until then, foodcyclist.com. Thanks.